so amazing. It's the moonlight that makes me wonder why we separated. Or am I faded? You shine so bright, it's an understatement. Single is overrated. If you get too close, my baby might let you take me back. Take me back, baby. Take me back, baby, baby, baby. Take me back, baby. Hindsight, take me back, baby. It's 2020. You've been so patient. Oh, I kept you waiting. You want me back, baby? Then take me back, baby. It's in the night when I think I made it. When all day dedicated, 18 hours without breaking. Not thinking about us. Then in my mind, you're next to me laying. Those memories keep playing. Am I high or am I crazy? Might let you take me back. Take me back, baby. Back. Take me back, baby, baby, baby. Take me back, baby. Hindsight. Take me back, baby. It's 2020. You've been so patient. Oh, I kept you waiting. You want me back, baby? Then take me back, baby, baby. Only wanna turn me on and turn me out. Thinking about it now. Drive me crazy, drive me insane, drive me wild. Make me leap of faith, 'cause we so brave to turn around. Give another go. Drive me crazy, drive me insane, drive me wild. Baby, hindsight, it's 2020. Take me back, baby. Back, baby. Take me back, baby, baby. Take me back, baby. Back, baby. You've been so patient. So patient. I kept you waiting. Want me back, baby. Then take me back, baby. Under the lights, you look so amazing. It's the moonlight that makes me wonder why we separated. Or am I faded? You shine so bright, it's an understatement. Single is overrated. If you get too close, my baby might let you take me back. Take me back, baby. Take me back, baby, baby, baby. Take me back, baby. Hindsight, take me back, baby. It's 2020. You've been so patient. Oh, I kept you waiting. You want me back, baby? Then take me back, baby. It's in the night when I think I made it. When all day dedicated, 18 hours without breaking. Not thinking about us. Then in my mind, you're next to me laying. Those memories keep playing. Am I high or am I crazy? Might let you take me back. Take me back, baby. Take me back, baby, baby, baby. Take me back, baby. Hindsight, take me back, baby. It's 2020. You've been so patient. Oh, I kept you waiting. You want me back, baby? Then take me back, baby, baby. Only wanna turn me on and turn me out. Thinking about it now. Drive me crazy, drive me insane, drive me wild. Make me leave patient, so patient. I kept you waiting. You want me back, baby. Then take me back, baby. Under the lights, you look so amazing. It's the moonlight that makes me wonder why we separated. Or am I faded? You shine so bright, it's an understatement. Single is overrated. If you get too close, my baby might let you take me back. Take me back, baby. Take me back, baby, baby, baby. Take me back, baby. Hindsight, take me back, baby. It's 2020. You've been so patient. Oh, I kept you waiting. You want me back, baby. Then take me back, baby. It's in the night when I think I made it. When all day dedicated, 18 hours without breaking. Not thinking about us. Then in my mind, you're next to me laying. Those memories keep playing. Am I high or am I crazy? Might let you take me.
All right.
Take me back, baby. Take me back, baby, baby, baby. Take me back, baby. Hindsight, take me back, baby. 2020. You've been so patient. Oh, I kept you waiting. You want me back, baby. Then take me, baby, baby. Only wanna turn me out. Thinking about it now. Drive me crazy, drive me insane, drive me wild. Make me
You know,
face, 'cause we so good to turn around.
Real drama, but you know, it was fun drama. You know what I'm saying? Bitches ain't want to drink. Like, how you gonna be on a trip and not drink?
Oh my God. Who didn't want to drink?
Me.
Oh my God.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I was fighting y'all because normally I'm in Puerto Rico, I sleep the whole time.
Lord.
These must want to get up and go everywhere, every day, all the time. And I'm like, okay.
Well, because we didn't have that much time.
Mm-hmm. Next time.
And then one of the days it rained.
Yeah, it didn't rain. So we had to make up for lost time.
So
all right. So I know we kind of like started talking in the middle of the music and everything like that. So y'all really couldn't hear. So we're going to repeat some of it.
Yep.
This is the first time we are back live, just us. We did do a live last week. So if you have not checked out that, make sure to go to our Facebook, Instagram. I am getting around to posting it on YouTube, but I ain't been feeling like working. I'm still on vacation. You know what I'm saying? It's the summer. Like, who wants to work during the summer? Like, we was trained in school to not want to work during the summer break. You know what I'm saying? It only makes sense. Right?
I never thought about that, but yeah,
you see, I be thinking about it like that because at the end of the day got to end. But seriously, you guys, if y'all did not check out last week's episode, please go ahead and do so. We were in a very nice location.
Mm-hmm.
We had snacks provided by Giuseppe and Rowena, and we also had drinks, and we gave away gifts. And y'all didn't stay on to the end. One of y'all could have got the gift.
Like the gift.
Exactly. So we are planning another live in-person book club that will be happening next month. Mm-hmm. I will put the location out, and I'll put the information out within the next upcoming weeks. But we are gearing up for Juneteenth, you guys. Black people magic, black people magic, black people magic. Somebody put black people magic in the comments. I'm waiting. If I don't see black people magic, I'm gonna act like I'm
What you gonna do? Oh my God.
Oh,
it took a second.
Delayed. Anyways, but so just to let you guys know, there is a film, if you are in Columbia, that is airing on June 18th and 19th at the Nickelodeon Theater. It's documenting Black Wall Street. So Columbia, y'all, we had a Black Wall Street. And all the creators and creatives that are watching this live, make sure to check it out, get your tickets. I mean, South Carolina we're getting back to the creativity that we had before, the entrepreneurship, the business side, the business, everything. We're getting back to it, you guys. Okay, so make sure y'all come check it out and get your tickets. I will be in the building. She will be in the building. We will be in the building. Yeah, matter of fact, that's what I had to tell you. You gotta take off. We will be in the building, okay? She's like, wait, what? Yeah, I got her. She don't even understand how many. She ain't even about to be working no more. Look, this is how it's gonna be.
Trying.
Yes, because we going on trips around the world. But anyways,
yeah, we had too much fun.
Yes, we did. We definitely had too much fun. Yes. I'm thinking at the end of the week, at the end a week, at the end of each month. That's how it's supposed to work. But anyways, nice. So again, last week we did the in-person book club. Make sure to check out our replay. It's on Facebook and Instagram right now. Again, Brown Girls Collective on Facebook, Brown Girls ENT on everything else, right? So getting into this book, it is Taraji. Shut up. You know, matter of fact, let's drink on this. Happy Memorial Day. Like, I love Taraji P, you guys. She's a Virgo. I just realized she always was giving me Leo energy, but she's a Virgo, and you know, Virgos, we like truth, so I'm gonna keep it 100 on this one. All right. Woo! Y'all go ahead and heart, cause that was strong. Y'all go ahead and heart that. God,
can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
Sip?
Yeah, thank you. What?
Come on, damn.
I told you I'm still on vacation, you guys. Y'all. Anyways, so Taraji P. Henson. So I'm gonna let her talk about more about this book. Just to be honest, it took me a minute to get into it. It is what it is.
I don't know. Maybe because I had it sped up.
I had it sped up too.
No, you did?
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, there was some entertaining parts, but I kind of expected more from Taraji. I really, you know, after reading Viola Davis' book and how, you know, she's an entertainer and how the book was read or you know, we're Audible girls. So, you know, listening to it and you know, hearing it from the actual writer, author, you know, talking about their life, you know, I kind of literally expected more. Now, I will say, as a Virgo, we gonna say a lot, but we ain't gonna say a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like that's what she was giving me. And like her teacher was telling her she needed to go deeper. I felt like she could have went deeper with this book. Now, I will say, in light of everything that has happened and transpired over this year, she is supposed to be coming out with another book. At least that's what I heard. I would read that book because she is mad. She mad. She got some things she wants to say and express. I'd read that one because I feel like it would be some tea. It would be what's that man name? The other Virgo. Some Cat Williams all over again, but with, you know, so I will be looking forward to that book, and I will be reading that book. But this book right here, Taraji, I expected more from you, girl. I did. Like, I felt like you. There could have been more. Now, I do appreciate the conversations that you had about your father and how he, you know, was a prominent figure in your life, and he pushed you to greatness, girl. He pushed you to greatness. But I feel like there's still more, because it took a while for it to actually like get into the swing of the book for me. Like, I want to say at least an hour and 45 minutes, because that's what it took for me to like still kind of like push to read it, because I wanted to know more about her. You know, I wanted to hear her life from her words, because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we look at celebrities and we look at, you know, where they are, and we want to know, like, where did you come from? Tell us about your story. And I, you know, she let us into that, but I just kind of felt like she didn't really let us in. Like, she said a lot, but she said a lot, but she ain't say a lot. So, that's my take on the book. And I'm gonna let Jasmine.
Okay, so I liked it. And I think it's funny how you said you was expecting. I feel like it's like the opposite, because she liked that Michelle Obama book that we read, and I thought that was so boring.
But I got the point.
She ain't like. What was there to not get about the point? She just told the story of her life. She basically was talking about how she was never like. Well, she didn't realize that she was poor. Her mom always provided everything that she had, that she needed, and sometimes what she wanted. They had great Christmases and stuff like that. So, you know, I know a lot of times people might think that because of the way she acts, that she was like, you know, she may not have had that, but she was actually, you know,
Yeah.
lived a pretty good childhood. As far as she can tell, her parents might probably feel a little bit differently because they were struggling and doing adult things. But for a kid, when you got everything that you really want and need, that's all that really matters to you. So,
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, I mean, hey, Tina, Dr. Tina. Hey, how are you, girl? Let us know if you read Around the Way, girl, and if you have any thoughts about that. Sorry, we're still trying to get the hang of commenting and everything.
Usually comment, so we gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
Thanks for the hearts.
Yep. Thanks for the love, the hearts, the roses, and everything.
Sharon.
Yeah, we are streaming on both TikTok, Instagram, well, both on all, like, so far all platforms.
Pretty much everybody.
Yes, yeah, Twitter X. Twitter X, I think that's turning to porn because every time
I open up my X, I see some freaky stuff, so I just stopped going on there. It's a lot.
But like going back into the book, for me, I guess the point of Michelle's memoir, like I understand everybody has a different story and everybody lives a different life. I felt like hers was really grounded in advice, like and Taraji's was just talking. Like there wasn't like from Michelle Obama, you expect her to want to, like, she has how do you say this? She has a demeanor or I can't even think right now. She has this she has to maintain a certain like viewership, right? Or she has to maintain a certain view of herself or for the world or whatever. So you kind of expect her to talk, advice and to be on a certain level. As far as Taraji, it was just talking. Like it was bad. See her, shut up.
I read it.
Okay, my sister wants to chime in.
I'm glad I made it.
Well, hold on.
It was bad. It was hard to read. It was one of those books that, you want to listen to it in someone's voice. So the fact that she was narrating it, it was like, all right, now we're getting this insight in her life and we're hearing these stories from her. But the delivery was just blah. She had someone assisting her writing it, but I think it just needed more work. She hadn't been through enough in life yet for it to be interesting. Now, if we were to add all the things that's been going on lately with her, as far as, talking about women, Black female actresses not getting paid enough, then it would have been interesting. But it
I think that's what I was looking for in the book. But
this book was written in 2019.
It was written before that. So with everything that's happening now, that book I might read.
Yeah, this book was high mid. It was high mid. It was so mid. I mean, her dad seemed cool. Once her parents were together, and
I don't know. Maybe that was the part of it that maybe just didn't. I don't feel quite like that. Like it was horrible, but like
I don't think
I like the funny parts about her dad. Like every time she even talked about her dad, I thought he was pretty.
Listen,
hilarious
the first time I laughed.
Can we just talk about your dad? Let's just make the story about your dad.
No, but see, the first time I laughed.
I'm out.
Yeah, all right. Thank you for your
It was a bad book.
Bye.
Back to the drawing board, Taraji. I love you, girl.
But see, like the first time I laughed, like I was trying to get into the book. Like the first time I laughed was when he had said her head stank. And he said,
that was
like goat ass. Yes, he said that she was talking about the curls. And she was talking about how, your curls last better, the nappier your hair is kind of. And so she would go with, a couple weeks without washing to maintain the curl. And she was laying in his arms. And then, he was like, he said, oh, hair smell like goat ass. Now that, I was like halfway dozing off. That shit woke me up. That shit was funny because like she's on a bus. You're in front of a whole your class, everything. Like that's embarrassing. Like how many of you guys have been embarrassed by your parents in front of people? Like especially parents that have no filter. Like no filter having parents.
Yeah, I mean it's rough. But I appreciated that about her dad. I like the fact that her dad was just honest. He ain't really give a fuck. I feel like some people have that quality, but I think that most of the people who probably knew him knew that he was doing it. It wasn't no ill will towards it. It was just kind of him being himself. Somebody who might not know him might take it a different way. But I appreciate people like that. So I like the fact that her dad was like that. I knew about her being a single mom. I always wondered like what happened with the baby daddy. And she talked about that. How he tried to whoop her, beat her up, but that first time was the last time.
You got to go.
Get your shit and
go.
Out
the door. There ain't no shit. And
you ain't gotta go home, but
you gotta get the fuck about her. And she said, I called my daddy immentally.
And he was like, there in 5 minutes.
Whoop your ass. And the dad didn't even do that. He said, I've been born again.
This man went to Jesus.
Like, I know he gonna beat your ass. He used to beat my mama ass. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a burger with
that's
your
exactly
mind.
what she was thinking.
Like, you
the
know,
way he used to beat on my mama, that's how he gonna beat on your ass. Wow.
You know.
And he came over here and gave you a stern talking to. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And her mom, who was the complete opposite of her dad, very quiet. But you can tell she really loved Taraji. She pretty much did anything that girl wanted. But she was a good student and a good kid. So, I mean, why not? Hopefully that's the truth. Let her mama write a book and be like the total opposite. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't nothing juicy in it or nothing like that. You know, she made her way to Hollywood with $700 and stayed with her cousins. You know, and did a few interviews and stuff like that. So, or not interviews. What do they call that? Well, she did get an interview for a job, but she pretty much told the lady like, "Hey, I'm gonna be an actress, so I need to be able to have a regular schedule, and I know when I'm gonna be off because I got a child and I got stuff to do."
I love how she played that mom card.
Oh yeah, she played it a lot too. She played it every chance she got, and I don't even blame her.
And I'm like, lady, you just putting all that shit out there. Yeah. That's probably something I might not have. Like, but I think that probably was interesting. Like one of the most interesting things that happened. It's like, damn, girl, you letting people know you was manipulating the fuck out of them. Like, look, I need this. I mean, but and not even necessarily like manipulating them, because I mean, at the end of the day, she probably did. You know,
she did. She was telling the truth.
Exactly. But yeah,
she was being real, like her daddy. Listen, I ain't got time to play with y'all. I need this job. And but I set this up. Right. I need you.
But
we're gonna do it the way I want to do it. We're not gonna do it the way you want to do it.
But I need you.
Right. So this is how it's gonna be done. I liked how she was as a kid. I would love to have actually seen her as a kid
with these clothes and
with her clothes and her little attitude. Cause honey, she knew what she wanted to wear to school. Just super cute. I love kids like that. But she always knew she was like a creative kid. And not, some kids, end up losing that because, like she said, your parents end up telling you how, you're not going to make it with, when it has to do with the arts, period. So if you're an artist or an actress or a singer or a dancer, sometimes your family doesn't always support you. It did take her mom a little while. She was at first, and then when she tried to do it as like a career thing, she was like, "Girl,
until
you need a job." Until she saw her,
she was like, "You know what? You actually got."
She's like, "No, you got this, girl." But her dad was always her number one cheerleader, always right there and telling her she needed to be in LA because he was trying to figure out why she was working at a job she didn't need to be at.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
boring, right? Let me stop. I mean, it's just like,
I don't want to say it was boring.
But it was, though. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe, like I said, I don't know if it was because I had to sped up and I was also doing other things. So it was really just like background noise to me, but it was catching my ear.
I mean, some parts were taking the ear, but it really was just like, there was nothing
Okay, so that in comparison to, let's say, and I don't want to compare nobody's lives. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just talking about the experience, the conversation, like, you know, how Viola Davis did it. Like, she really was talking about her her shit, like, you know, Taraji P, she touched on some things, but she didn't.
I think it's only like that because she didn't have those issues.
Yeah,
like,
and not that I
her
wanted
life
her to
was
have
a little
those
bit
issues,
softer.
Yeah.
So it wasn't gonna be no like real like you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. She, you know, it was what it was.
Yes,
that's
but
pretty much
and I guess and this is probably, and this makes me feel bad as a person, that I'm not even gonna lie to you, but we wanted some dirt. Like, you know, like what's the point of reading? Like, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, like, I don't know, like, we wanted to be entertained, you know, like, you know, if you're gonna write a book about your life has to be a little bit more entertaining than what was written. Like, I feel like when it came to the beginning of the book, it was all over the place at first, because I'm like, okay, what timeline are we in? She's talking about her dad, but she's talking about this. She did
bounce around a lot.
She bounced, so it was kind of hard to try to.
That's how you talk.
All right. Well, damn. I will not ever write a book. I won't write a book. I will save you guys from writing a book. You know my book. I'm pretty sure if I tell y'all something,
I'm sure
crazy,
it would be.
I did.
Yeah,
y'all be like,
I'm
this
sure
is crazy.
It'd be pretty,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have to talk about the things I don't want people to know, right? Like, if I were to write a book, I would write a book about things, and I would change the name. Y'all would not know it was me, and y'all be like, God damn. That would be my book, and it would be a name by another name. Okay.
So, how did you feel about what she said? What happened when she met Mary J. Blige?
You refresh my memory.
Okay, so she said the first time she met Mary J. Blige, Mary J. Blige kind of just looked up and down and rolled her eyes and walked away. So, because she was so excited, like so happy, and then the second time they met, oh no, she walked back over there because she was like, ain't no way she just did that to me. I think then her Mary J. Blige's sister smacked her hand. Yeah. And she was like, I'm not gonna never talk to her again. She's mean. And then I guess they seen each other again. She was with somebody at an event, and Mary came up to her and was like, oh, you're so great, blah, 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 blah. You're going to be amazing. I love your acting, this and this and that. And then they became friends.
But did she not talk to her about the fact that all of this happened, transpired? Oh, so you talk to me now? What was so different?
I mean, that's what I was thinking in my head when I read that part. I was like, bitch, you forgot about what happened the first time y'all met? Y'all just like, you just gonna act like that never. And see, actually, I'm lying. They did talk about it. But I guess, you know.
But see how yeah, but you know, like, I feel like in the way that she discussed stuff, it was just like, okay, in instances like that, I felt like, not that I would blow it up, but like, you know, that would be something that I would want to know a little bit more about. Like, okay, so what was the conversation about? You know, that would be interesting.
But maybe it was something that she didn't want, because maybe it was a thing.
Yeah, but see, my thing is, you writing a book, and it's supposed to be kind of, you know, exciting. I mean, you know, interesting. Because you're really, when you're writing a book, I feel like, and this is probably why I would never do it in my name, is there's this vulnerability that you have to be. And I'm not gonna lie, as a Virgo, that shit ain't easy for us. Okay. It's not really easy to be vulnerable. Like, we can pretend to be semi-vulnerable, but truly vulnerable, you got the wrong bitch, okay? And so I felt like in this book, you could just, it made sense when I found out she was a Virgo. I said, oh, okay, that's why she's saying a lot, but she ain't saying a lot. Like, when you're writing a book, and I go back to this whole vulnerability, there's a lot of things that you're going to open up and share with people that you might not normally share or talk about. You know, and that's what makes the book, right? But as far as everything else, I think the only thing that she shared that the masses didn't know was about maybe, you know, her mom getting robbed and her and her dad's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, you know, everybody knows about her son and how she feels about her son. You know, we know that, you know, there's certain things that she said, and it just felt like everything was just, all of this is already out. Like, you know, there wasn't really nothing that was like, oh shit, you know, like it was never really any of those moments for the book. So
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, so to me, it was just like, okay, she could have said all this at an award speech. Like, I want to thank my mom and my dad, and you know, this, that, and the other, and my friends, and that's it. That's pretty much what I felt like she was given. That's why I said, like, you know, for the next book, you know, like I would want her to go in and talk about these things, like really get real with us and talk about, you know, hey, since the last book, you know, and I know I said this, that, and the other, but this is what's up. Like, I'm upset about the fact that I did this, and I'm still getting paid this. You know, I feel like in this industry,
she did bring up the fact that she didn't get paid well for Benjamin, but
yeah, she did talk
she
about
had to
it.
Pay for her own
hotel and all of those stuff. Yeah, and I felt like, you know, she touched on it. But it wasn't.
I don't feel like it was an issue like that
until, like, you know, later on in life, and you know, and stuff like that. So, like, you know, I want to know, like, you know, the truth of things. You know, because you are a role model. You know, you've gone through things. Like, you could have really talked about your time at Howard. You could have talked about, you know, the things that were going on with the schools, with your kid. Like, you talked about some, I'm just pulling them out. I'm pulling. Like, I wanted to know, like, what made you and how did you go through the research of finding these schools for your son? Like, I know you said you, because of the sports and all the other stuff, but I felt like there was more things that you could have talked about that was relatable, and also, you know, interesting to the fact of the life. Like, I mean, you know, hey, I am, you know, this big time actress, and I'm living like I'm making X amount of, like, I don't know. It just, you know, and I feel like maybe because we know more now about things, that reading this book,
again, it's not like a recent book.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I felt like maybe for me, it was because of everything. That's what I was looking for, like, in the book.
Why would you be looking for that if the book was written before?
Because I didn't check the date when the book was written. I just knew we was reading the book for book club. I was like, I'm not about to go through no like, oh, this book was written in 2019 of May and released, and da, 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 da. I wasn't looking at all that. I was like, okay, let's read this book. Let me read the book. And I'm like, okay, where is all of this? What is this about? Like, you know, and then I realized, okay, this must not be a recent book. And then that's when I found out it wasn't a recent book. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I would have waited to read the recent book, because the recent book seems like it's going to have more things in it that she's going to touch on. And I felt like she probably needed a better editor, and they needed to, like, sit down and talk about moments that really, really, like, transcended her in moments. Like, you know, you talked about acting and certain things, but like, you, like, where was really the sadness? Like, when you found out your you know, your baby daddy was killed or whatever, let's talk about that. Like, you know, how did you feel? How did you get through it? You know, how did that affect your son's relationship with, you know, and all of these things? Like, you know, like, these are the things that we want to know, not what we know. Like, we know you act. Like, we see you on film. We know about all these things that you did. Like, what was going on? Like, you know, and as far as, like, you know, comparing, you know, between Viola Davis and Michelle Obama, like, I feel like those people have very defined lives. Like, you know, Viola Davis shocked me.
Like what? Michelle Obama's book was boring as hell.
But see, the thing is, I guess I expected it to be boring. You know, like, I expected Michelle Obama book to portray her in a certain light, like, because she is the former first lady. You know, there's this idea of how she should be presenting herself out in the masses. She had some real moments in there and life lessons. I felt like the book was on point with her, like, in her message and the things that she's portraying to the world. I felt like that book was directly a reflection of her. Now, as far as Viola Davis, the shit just shocked me straight off the first 3 seconds, right? Just coming in hot. Like, you know, she was, for her to be an actress and an entertainer, you know, you got that from that book. Like, what me and my sister was talking about was that it felt like Taraji was really reading her own book. Like, and I think that's what kind of like disconnected me too, is that I felt like she was reading the book. Like, this your life, boo? Talk. Why are you reading about your life? You know what I'm saying? Like, when it came to Viola Davis, I felt like she was reliving those moments and telling us about this moment as if like we're literally like, bitch, I remember the time, girl, I was feeling like straight pissed. And you know, like she was reliving those moments and telling us to the fact that like I could visually see this girl and her sisters going to school in cold, damp clothes, like, and smelling and reeking of cold. You know, I could visualize what was happening here. So I felt like when I was like, oh, it's Taraji P. Okay, cool. I'm expecting the same type of entertainment in her book. You know, even if your life wasn't that, you know, dramatic or sad or depressing or whatever the case may be, I still expected like some showmanship or whatnot. And I just felt like in the book she was reading, she was reading her life. And I'm like, that's not, well, that means that to me, I felt like there's things that she's trying not to say about a lot of things, like being diplomatic. And I can understand that as a Virgo, being diplomatic and not saying too much and offending people, but like, it's just your story. If they want to say something, let them write down, you know. And so that's just kind of like my take from that, and that's all I'm saying.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what else to say. I mean, we pretty much talked about the whole book. That, you know, like I said, she didn't have like any like ooh ah moments. I know, you know, when her dad passed away, she did actually cry. While we was listening to it. I mean, if you actually read the book, of course you're not gonna get that, but she did cry when she was talking about the day that her dad passed away. But you're right, she didn't really like, I mean, outside of that was like the most emotional the book got. And then I think there were some spots, like especially where, you know, her son's father died. I'm sure she felt the way about that. And you know, she could have probably talked, but she kind of breezed by it. You know, she brought it up, but it was, you know,
I feel
a
like
moment.
The timeline. That's what.
Yeah, I mean, she did jump back and forth.
It was like this.
It wasn't like a
chronological
like
type thing.
This in 1999, you know, and then the next chapter, 2000. It was not like that at all. She did jump around a lot, so.
I think that's probably what it was for me. Like, it wasn't a complete. It was just like a bunch of thoughts put together instead of an actual story, time and a timeline of things and events. Like, you know, starting off young. Like, she could, like, let's say, even if, you know, movies, right? She could have started off at where she was today and then recount her past and talk about the past. And then, you know, there's different ways you can do it, but I just felt like there should have been more chronological stories so that we could have maintained a time frame. Like, you know, she's talking about her son in the beginning, the middle of the beginning, the end of the beginning. And it's like, okay, well, when the fuck did you have him? And then, you know, then you're talking, you know, like you went to school and then you're talking about your this and all of these things. And I'm like, okay, well, then who was this manager? You talking about this lady was your manager, but then you were talking about this man. So then it was just like, I was confused at parts, and I was listening, you know, I was like listening, laying down, being still. Like, so it wasn't like I had other things going on to, you know, kind of distract me from, you know, catching the timeline. It was literally, okay, I'm confused, just being still. So, you know, I just felt like the timelines could have been better. And this is just me, you know, critiquing. This isn't me, you know, trying to be mean or anything like that, because I don't down nobody. I'm not trying to down nobody. But I just felt like that could have made the story better for me as a reader, to be able to like follow along in the story. Like, you know, her time as adolescent, her time in high school, her time meeting her boyfriend, you know, her going to school, she said her first and only love, going to going to college, going out into the workforce field, you know, going into these big roles, and how that, you know, like if it was a timeline, then I felt like she could have probably talked more about these little instances. Now I know she broke it up over, like, you know, single mom and this, and like her titles were supposed to kind of keep her on in this so whatnot, but I don't think
her titles were on task, but they were, like you said, it just was a little bit, you know, it was here and there. You kind of you do have to keep up.
Sorry, I was dropping low yesterday, so you know when you get 30, you don't exercise, everything be hurting.
So you gotta have to, you know, be paying. Well, I don't know why I was able to keep up. I don't know what was going on. Maybe I'm used to listening to you.
It's different when you hear yourself.
But
what are we talking about? How do you listen? If I ever do that again, hey, start from the beginning.
I do tell you that. I'd be like, hold on, wait.
Start from the top. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I don't think it was horrible. Could it have been better? Yes. But I enjoyed learning what she was willing to share about herself. Because for anybody, I mean, writing a book is, like you said, it is very personal, especially a book about your own personal life. And there may be things that you just don't want to talk about. And that may, you know, make or break the book. So you gotta kind of have to make sure you are ready to open up that can of worms. Because I know she talks about her one friend, but I know she's had more than just the one friend. So like, what happened with them? You know, kids fight. You know, you have disagreements with people. You know, how did those relationships end up? So there was a lot of stuff that she, kept to herself. She probably, it might have been hurtful. Some Virgos are a little sensitive. Don't want to open up that can of worms. So I don't know. I don't know what was holding her back.
I mean, I'm going to say this. I done been in this shit that I don't need people to know about. Eventually, maybe one day I'll crack the code again in another name. You will never relate this to me. Period. But the people that know will know. But that's it. But as far as that, I mean, I can understand the being private. But if you're going to be private, then don't write a book. Because at the end of the day, you're opening the door to people to know more about you. That's what a memoir is, and I feel like, if you don't want to really be vulnerable and you really don't want to let people in that way, then don't do it. Who convinced you to write this damn book? That's who should get fired right now. You told me to write a book.
We know she was, and this ain't no shade or nothing like that, but she, we know she was needed some money from what we know now. So, I mean,
but at
this
the
is
end
a source
of the day,
of income.
Yeah, I get that.
People bought the book. I'm one, you know.
I mean,
so,
me too.
You know what I'm saying?
But I just felt like, at the end of the day, they got it in. No,
but maybe the next one will be better.
Yes.
But I mean, like I said, that might have been what the case was,
Yeah, but I feel
she
like
was getting real. She had bills she had to pay. Let me go ahead and write this book. I know a lot of people like me. They'll buy it.
Yeah, but she needed a better team to execute.
Yeah, probably
the book. Of course, anybody can write. I can go write a book, but don't mean that I mean, if my book entertaining and good, I might can surpass people. But at the end of the day, I just felt like, for her and her image and her brand, she should have had someone come in and actually, and I don't know, I mean, I feel like that's what should have happened or did happen. I just felt like they just, she needed to sit with someone and they needed to, a think tank, pull out things that, hey, people want to this hard, we're gonna focus on these things. And I'm not saying that a hard life equals, but everybody, wants a story, and not just a story. They want a good story. And I feel like she has a good story she can tell. It's just she just chose not to tell it in its entirety. Because there are several points that I felt like she could have talked more about in the book. I'm like, hold on, I'm interested in this. And then it was just a fly by night. It wasn't, you didn't go any further or deeper into the explanation. And I would have liked to know a little bit more about it.
Or maybe that's just what it was.
Okay. Well, you guys.
I'm just saying, I don't know, but I'm just saying. Or maybe that, I mean, because sometimes people just don't have shit going on like that in their life. And that's just is what it is. And like you said, maybe you shouldn't have wrote the book, but you know.
I feel like she got stories. I know she got stories. Like you could just tell by some of the stories that she had stories. She just ain't want to talk about it. But anyway, so you guys, I really feel like that really wrapped up this book club session. And what at the end of the day got to end. I'm sorry, y'all guys. I love.
How many times you gonna say that?
I love that. That is my thing now. That is my thing. Like I promise you, y'all, everything is gonna I'm changing my caption on my thing to the end of the day that they got to end. But anyways, so next week we're looking at reading Jennifer Lewis' book. So we're going to check that out next Monday. So make sure you guys tune in. Again, replays will be available on Facebook and Instagram. I am working to get our videos on Facebook. However, I mean, off on Instagram. On YouTube. Sorry, on YouTube. So y'all just bear with me. I think I'm gonna have to get them from off of here, but I have to move quickly. But anyways, you guys make sure to, if you aren't following, like, subscribe, follow us, share to your friends. Make sure you comment.
Your friends tell you why.
Exactly. Hide your kids, hide your wife. We come for everybody. Let me stop. We are, doing this book clubs. We're going to be moving into different genres of books. We're not just staying with like memoirs and stuff like that. We do different things, mindset. We're moving into financial sector. So we're going to be talking about finances. We're going to be reading books on finances because everybody can get their finances together, including me. Like, period. Anyways, what else I was going to say? Yes, we are looking for volunteers to kind of help us with some of our efforts. So if you guys are interested, make sure to DM us or check out our website. And website is browngirlscollective.org. And you can go ahead and send us an email, to letting us know. We're working on forms. We're working on everything, you guys. Just two of us. We're taking our time. We are going to be moving back in June. And I have to say this because, like I said, I still want to be in fun mode because it's the summer. But June, I am coming back with our interview. So we do have interviews that are in a queue. So we're still on season 1. Mm-hmm. This is just part 2 because we did have influx of interviews this season. I am so proud and so happy about that. Great. We had a huge number of interviews, so we have enough to last us until probably August.
So shout out to everybody
who did an interview. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, we are going to get your content out. We're going to get you out here on our platform, and I thank you guys for your patience and understanding. That it's only 2 of us, and we are moving as fast as we can. So you guys make sure to like, subscribe, follow, all of those things. I should get my nephew in here to do it because he does such a great job. Princeton. I'll be right back. And tell him to like and subscribe. He's like, thumbs up.
Trying to rope the baby into it.
Oh, damn.
So
they left.
They gone? Oh,
yeah,
damn.
He could have. Huh?
I didn't even see them leave.
Oh, we're not done yet. Yeah. Anyways, he said, thumbs up, like and subscribe. Thumbs up. He was really good at it. But anyways, you guys, so we're going to go ahead and end this live. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy the rest of Memorial Day weekend. Don't get too lit. Y'all do got to go to work tomorrow. I don't though. All right.
Bye.
Bye. In stream.
Yeah.